Sorry about the echo today, guys. I am in my garage working on my battery backup system. I'm going to be starting from the right today. That is a charger that will charge C's, D's, AA's, AAA's, and even 9-volt batteries. I got it at Radio Shack. It's called an Enercell. This one is the same brand, but this one does AA's, 4 AA's or 4 AAA's, or any combination of both. And this will do 4 AA's or 4 AAA's in 15 minutes. We'll charge them. CCI power bank, whatever you call those, I don't remember. This is my 30 amp solar charge controller because I have some solar panels as well. This keeps the batteries from overcharging due to the solar panels. This is a cheapo charge controller that I got with one of my systems I had, one of my first systems. I use that just to plug in some little lights. Obviously my 2 deep cycle batteries. This is my inverter. It works pretty well. It's 1500 watts, 3000 surge. My peak performance battery charger. It does 4 amps, 12 amps, 25 amps, and it's a smart charger, meaning it'll check the battery to see how low it is, and if it's relatively low, it'll start on the 25 amps. If it's 80% or better, it'll go to the 12 amps, and then to keep topping it off, it'll do the 4 amps. It has a charge status light, battery reconditioning light, a reversed polarity. So if you put the negative on the positive and the positive on the negative, it'll tell you it won't charge it, and it'll have a little light there. Has current, voltage, battery capacity indicator. That's green, red, green, yellow, and red depending on how your battery is. 4 amps, 12 amps, 25 amps, so you know what it's charging at. Over here I have a small 140 watt power inverter. I use that for small LED lights or to charge anything USB wise, anything with small drain. I also have this here. It has 2 USB ports. I think this top one does 2 amps and the bottom one does 0.5 if I remember right. But this moves. I chose this one because it has a little light. That way I know that there's battery power to it. Then my little voltmeter. It's running off that battery right there. And then just power cords. I chose these. I heard on a podcast with Jack Sparrow that if you buy these, they're pretty much indestructible. You can run over them with a car. And you've seen these everywhere. You get them for almost $2 at a local hardware store. Do not buy them online. I found them for $16 a piece online. But you can plug these together and make as large of a power strip as you want. Just keep adding them together. And that's it so far. Once I get all this together, I might do another video. So, enjoy. Well, this is as far as I've gotten on the first day. Have the batteries hooked up to the charge controller and to the inverter. I've got to deal with the cords there before I start hooking other things up. But this is as far as I made it on the first day. Day 2, not much more accomplished, but I shortened the wires to make everything a little more energy efficient. You really have to worry about that on direct current, DC current. Not as much on AC, but on DC you have to worry about the length of the wires. So there we go. Day 3. I have finalized the whole setup here of the backup power system. I have my two 12-volt batteries, both deep cycle. I have all my rechargeable batteries down here. I have my inverter, 1500 watt, 3000 peak. My solar charge controllers, because I also have solar panels. My peak performance battery charger, power block, my small 140 watt inverter. This is the coupler I use to expand how many ports I have running off a cigarette lighter. Have an extra one here for the inverter. Have a spare one, probably for all my Apple products. Have my 15-minute AA, AAA battery charger. And my AAA, AA, C, D, and 9-volt battery charger up here. Those are all hooked to this block. So in order to use those, I go down here, switch on the inverter, switch on the power block, and then these are charging. So that's what I've done. I might make it a little more elaborate. I'm not sure yet, but this is what I have so far.